Welcome to the Accomplish More podcast, created specifically for the small business owner who doesn't think small. I'm your host, Gayla Scrivener. This show is where you'll learn practical ideas, hints, tips, and tricks to help you grow your small business where you can leverage your time and to accomplish more. Hi there. Welcome to the Accomplish More podcast. I'm Gayla Scrivener, your host, and I am so glad you're joining me today. Things around here have been buzzing. I am super excited that the Accomplish More Academy is open. We had our kickoff meeting last week, and we are getting started by diving into some great tutorials and resources. I'd love for you to join me in the Academy. If you have any questions at all about membership, don't hesitate to email support@accomplishmoreacademy.com. Or you can hop over right now to accomplishmoreacademy.com and register. Moving on from the Accomplish More Academy and switching gears a bit, last week in my networking group, I was asked to do the spotlight talk this week to cover social media and how to use it in your business. I thought it would be a great topic to expand on for today's podcast episode. Social media and social media marketing is such a hot topic. It seems like everyone wants all the latest tricks and gadgets to be able to extend their reach and beat the system of social media engagement. Of course, I'm not any different in wanting to know how to communicate better through social media. But it's my opinion that there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to social media. There seems to be a lot of high hopes or skewed views of promoting businesses through the social media platforms. Now, recently, I was having a conversation with a gentleman, and he complained how horrible it was to be marketing on Facebook nowadays. In a doom-filled tone, he said the free days of marketing on Facebook are over. Facebook just blocks all business posts. I'll be honest with you. It drives me nuts to hear comments like that. Why? Because social media wasn't built for businesses at all. It was built as a means of communication for people to share stories, beliefs, ideas, opinions. Social media platforms bring people together into a community. And sure, the owners of the social media platforms, well, they make money, and they make money through advertisements, because businesses had seen how they could communicate with people through social media. We share serious stuff on social media, funny stuff, and yes, I venture to say the stupid and annoying stuff too. And it's become an addiction for some. No matter what the social media platform is, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, I'll say it again, it wasn't built for the business owner. But businesses early on saw there was a huge opportunity in the social media space. What we have the ability to do more so than ever before is to reach and communicate with people at a level like never before. My first point that we should all remember about social media is it's social. It's a means to bring people together. It's building a community in the digital world. What's behind the words social and community? Of course, it's people. Yes, people. That's why it grinds me a little bit when I hear how horrible it was to market in places like Facebook. I know that we as business owners want to be effective in our advertising efforts, but the way I see it, social media presents two avenues that we should be focusing on. The first avenue is the foundation of making a connection with people, to have them get to know you and like you so that they will either do business with you or talk you up so much to others that leads to referrals. Connecting with people. Now let's think about that a bit. We as small business owners have a great advantage. We get to know our customers. We can make them feel special with the personal touch we give. Our customers want to get to know us better. Our best customers genuinely care about us. They care about our well-being and what we are up to. Usually the feeling is mutual. You generally care about your best customers and their well-being. It's a great thing. It's a great relationship. You love working with them and serving them. They love and appreciate your service. You utilize social media to form, build, and nurture your relationships. That's your foundation. Communicating with people is your foundation. The foundation isn't to sell. No, it's about connecting, providing value through inspiration, information, and even humor. Connecting by having people get to know you and what you stand for better. The second thing with social media, once you have that foundation set in connection, then it makes your advertising work so much better. When you invest money in promoting those ads, you get the communication. You get how to talk to your customers. So how do you connect? To get to the heart of the matter, all social media it's a form of broadcast media. A vast number of individuals in our society use it as their method of gathering news and entertainment. It's the formulation of news, information, and entertainment from those who we know and like and follow. That's what's in our news feed. We tend to want to follow folks we can relate to and we have similar interests with. How true is the so-called news we find on social media? Well, that's questionable because we are all now newscasters in our own little world. We all report what's going on in our world from our perspective. We report on things that interest us. Yes, what interests some of us is to post some pictures of what we ate last night. And you may feel that there's a ton of useless info out there, for sure. But then again, there's information out there that is of particular interest to you. It's up to you to sift out things. The news feed is fast and continuous. You have the choice as to what you want to see and what you want to engage in. And let me say something real quick about negativity on social media. Sometimes I hear comments of people saying there's so much negativity on Facebook. I don't see it because I don't choose to see it. I flip through for the most part and view the things that are positive and make me feel good. I don't dwell on the negativity. It's your choice of what you want to focus on. If you want to focus on negativity, that's what you're going to see. If you want to focus on the positive or the funny or the entertaining, that's what you're going to see. And since social is a broadcast medium, then you should have a plan to consistently place content in that platform. You will never, ever be seen if you never, ever post. It takes time to build a strong following, and it takes effort to post on a consistent basis. It's my belief that the consistent posts are the foundation, and it's what will help you when you're ready to dive in and invest in ads on your favorite social platform. By posting on a consistent basis, you can learn a ton about your followers. You learn more when you engage. That will help you with your messaging in the paid ads so you can spread your reach and connect with new people. When social is all about people, then how do you connect as a business? You're a small business, not a huge entity. Have people to get to know you as the business owner. You can still brand yourself with your business, but if people feel like they know you personally, even if they have never met you in person, they are more likely to do business with you. Let me give you a personal example. For me, I love field notes. You know, those little journals or those memo books. I didn't really think much about field notes until I met the co-owner, Aaron Draplin. My husband Robert and I went to an event where Aaron was speaking. I have to say, that was such a fun time. I really like Aaron's personality, what he does, and I love his story. Robert and I talked to him after his speech and had a nice conversation. I became a fan of Aaron's. In turn, I became a fan of his Field Notes product. I learned the story of the company and feel great buying another edition of Field Notes. Heck, I have quite the collection now. I follow both Aaron and his Field Notes brand on social media. I feel like I have a connection with Aaron, even though I've only met him briefly. I want to see him and any endeavor that he sets out to do succeed. He continues to reinforce the connection with his followers through social media, not by a feeling of, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Rather, it's through sharing beauty of his art and messages of what's going on in his world. It's fun and it's interesting. My take on social media is this. I think it's a very useful, inexpensive, and an informative tool when it comes to marketing our businesses. I do believe that every small business should be on social media. Now here's the million-dollar question. What social media platform should you be on? Well, that will have to be up to you. What I think small businesses do is bite off way more than they can chew and try to be on every social media platform there is. And what happens if you do this is that you run yourself ragged trying to post everywhere. You lose interest and don't post at all. If you're a beginner and just dipping your toe into the social media space for your business, I suggest choosing just one platform and get a system of consistent posts going. Yes, just one platform. If you're getting on social media and only consistently posting your current sales and what gadget you're selling, then you will be sorely disappointed with the results. In the social media realm, it's not about you. It's what interests your followers. They kind of want to get to know you a little bit better. Social media has become another form of word-of-mouth advertising. When you have consistent posts that entertain, motivate, inspire, or educate people, they are more apt to respond or to share. They are naturally moved to do so. They are gaining a relationship with you. And then, when you make the announcement about any sale or new product, it's better received. And a little something else. Not everyone is going to respond, but they may see your post. And whether they respond, like, or share, you're still making an impact on them because they're seeing you in their newsfeed. You know, I'm going to go back to that guy who was telling me that social media for businesses is dead and it's just harder than ever to market on social media. He did get under my skin just a bit. The way he was explaining on how he was using social media seemed a bit manipulative to me. At least that's what I felt. For many, there's a negative connotation when it comes to the word advertising. It sets off feelings of maybe defensiveness and manipulation. It doesn't have to be that way. In fact, I follow copywriter Ray Edwards, and he often says that marketing isn't what you do to people, marketing is what you do for people. He says it all the time, but I believe he attributes a similar quote to Zig Ziglar. Basically, you market so that people discover what their true needs are, and that you are helping them along the way to arrive at their decision to buy. You aren't trying to sell them something they don't want or feel pushed in a corner in buying it. Now, I say this because when it comes to social media, start with a platform that you get and would want to spend some time in learning. Why? Because you will make connections there. You want to communicate there. You need to be consistent in being there. Now, you're going to hear experts say to you, you should pick the social media platform where your customers hang out. Well, if you're just starting out, how on earth do you know? That's what I struggled with when I first started out. The best social media platform I found is the one that you're going to use and be active on. If you have no clue where to start, then my suggestion is to make sure you become active on your business Facebook page. I believe that all businesses should at least have a Facebook business page. Now, you can go back and listen to episode number 32 on my belief that all businesses should have a Facebook page to get more details on what I'm talking about. If you like to hang out in Twitter or LinkedIn, maybe it's Pinterest, or you want to try out Instagram, then go for it. Get comfortable. Get an idea of a system of consistent messaging you can implement. Have fun with it. Engage. Learn from others. Enjoy. It's supposed to be social. Now, if you're grumbling under your breath saying that you don't like to be social or you think that it's a time sucker, here's what I have to say about that. Social media is a means of communication, like it or not. You can embrace it and connect with your ideal customer and grow your business using that means of communication, or you can just miss the boat and go through a lot more expensive means. Now, as far as a time sucker, that's up to you if you want to allow it to become a time sucker. You can limit your time that you spend on social media. You have control over how you spend your time. You don't have to be obsessed with it and be on it 24/7. In fact, you can create systems to auto-schedule posts and only hop in there once a week or so. Or better yet, you can delegate those consistent posts and talk with your virtual assistant on a regular basis to get a plan going. It's all in how you want to manage your time and having an open mind on the great possibilities on reaching and communicating with your ideal customer. I can't reiterate enough. If you are starting out, just pick one to get started and get a system down before adding anything more. You may agree or disagree, but it's my belief that social media doesn't have to be stressful to manage, nor should it be manipulative in trying to get somebody to buy something from you. Social media is simply learning how to communicate better. When you connect and communicate with those who believe similar things and like similar things, they believe in what you're doing, and they've built trust with you so that the selling process doesn't have to be forced, for lack of a better word. I often say that life is an experiment, and that's what I think when it comes to social media. Communicating in social media is an experiment. Sometimes the rules change. Just go with the flow and stay true with being genuine in your communication. Be yourself. Now, here's a couple of Accomplish More tips when it comes to social media. If you want to be more productive, turn off your notifications. Don't be distracted when you should be concentrating. Pick specific times that cause you minimum interruption to check your social media feed. Like when you're waiting for an appointment. I found myself passing the time away recently while I was in the waiting room at the eye doctor. I also check social media sometimes when I'm waiting in a long line. You know what I mean. Don't be distracted with social notifications when you should be paying attention to a customer project or doing other business planning. Now, tip number 2, to be efficient and productive, schedule your posts. Spend a block of time, maybe no more than an hour, and schedule your posts for the upcoming week or even beyond. That way, you have consistency in posting and you don't have to feel pressured to think of something each and every day to post. A little planning and pre-scheduling certainly alleviates a lot of stress. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. I do hope you liked the show and got some useful ideas and maybe a different perspective. Treating people with respect and kindness doesn't just mean when you see them eyeball to eyeball. It really translates out there in social media too, because behind every profile image is a real person. We're talking to real people when we're communicating out there on social media. Thanks for joining me today. I certainly do appreciate it. If you find the show useful, I would be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. Now, subjects like this and learning how to schedule social posts and be more productive in this area are the very things we talk about in the Accomplish More Academy. Enrollment is open, so hop on over to accomplishmoreacademy.com and you can register. Until next time, have a fantastic week.